We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Yeah, hello and welcome to our. Well, you know how every show is. Like, we go to every show unprepared. Well, this one is even worse. It was like completely impromptu. So it's meant to be our year in review, so to speak, or just shooting the shit. the shit. And today we don't have many people because somehow our regulars somehow have social lives. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah, right. They're watching us.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. Yeah. Also, well, actually, in the past, I remember that we even have viewers. Oh, it's Mariner. Just can't join for an hour. Well, as long as you join us eventually, it's good enough. Well, we'll keep it running as far as we can. And yeah, usually we kind of had this, holiday special, as often as we could, previous years, and usually we actually had a surprising amount of people join us, which
Damn,
was
son.
yeah. Well, but also the date wasn't actually set. Well, today it's said just do it on the Christmas Eve. At least it's Christmas Eve in the States.
Yeah.
In that time zone. But here it's kind of already over. But yeah, who cares? Just minutia. Yeah. So, anyways, the I'm trying to get to is that. Well, let's reminisce about all the good stuff. In quotes, in air quotes, good stuff during this year, aka like it's called Holiday Special as a reference to the Star Wars Holiday Special, which is what kind of good things we're going to talk about. This is high quality stuff. But then again, there's so much stupid shit has happened this year. Then there's
Are we gonna get a musical number?
Oh, as in.
Well, I'm pretty sure they had a musical number in
musical numbers in the special. I thought you were trying to propose something. As you can see, we didn't prepare anything like at all, which is
even less prepared than usual, which is usually nothing.
Like we're less than not prepared. We're like negative preparation, whatever that means. You know how those in the in real world applications sometimes negative numbers are if you apply negative numbers to some areas where negative numbers are not supposed to be, it's some either theoretical concept, like for example negative mass. There's no such thing in physics as negative mass, or other. When it comes to finance, negative numbers means that you don't you have money, but you actually owe someone. So that's negative money, negative resource. But here, like negative preparedness, not only aren't we prepared, like it makes our viewers unprepared or something. I don't know. I can't even think of any abstract notion that would fit this.
Me neither.
Well, I mean, then again, I'm sure that when it came to the Star Wars Holiday Special, they didn't prepare either. They just winged it.
True. I'm pretty sure.
I suppose that they just gathered around on the set where snorted several huge lines and decided to wing it. That the viewers weren't.
They decided to try that white snow.
Yeah, that's the kind of white Christmas they were dreaming of.
Yeah, well, what was it? I think George Lucas was quoted to say that if he had the time and a strong enough axe, he would hunt down every single fucking VHS copies of the holiday special and just axe them. He hates them. It's just, if I had the time and a strong enough axe, I would just hunt them.
Well, that's the thing. This was only possible before the internet. Now, for the longest time, Lucas denied that it actually existed. Like they didn't even admit that this thing existed. It was they tried to flush it down the memory hole, but well, good luck on the internet. Once on the internet, forever on the internet.
I think he will literally hack the servers. Yeah. Like with the saw or with a hatchet. Literal hacking job.
Yeah, you'll conduct the cyber police, so the consequences will never be the same again.
Yeah.
By the way, if you haven't seen this one, well,
He will become the internet police.
just so you know what kind of quality you would expect from this movie, well, no, that's
I forgot. Well, I haven't watched it. Aren't they speaking the Wookiees?
yeah, they're speaking in
Oh, okay, regular wars. Okay.
there are no subtitles when they're speaking, so they're just making silly noises at each other, and you are like,
Oh my God.
segments go on and on. Well, at least if you want to, have characters speak in alien languages, just add subtitles or keep those segments short. That special didn't
Yeah.
bother.
Well, like R2, he doesn't speak much, but when he does, you can sort of feel that it's urgent.
Yeah, or at least it talks to someone else who speaks normal language, and
Yeah.
you can infer what the R2 is speaking. Well, then again, you can make a lot of.
Or even then, you could just say that R2 is the most vulgar character in the history of everything. They had to censor every single word he said.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, there are like videos where you could just, if you want to have fun, just take this and add your own subtitles for shits and giggles. Sometimes it can, depending on how perverse your mind is, you can come up with some funny stuff. But yeah, that's they call this creature a lumpy. That's Chewbacca's son, supposedly.
No, that's Chewbacca's wife's son.
Oh shit! Oh snap! Yeah, also, that we featured this whatever that is, like four-armed cooking show tranny.
This is like, I don't know. Feels that's like the old babushka people keep warning me about in the URSS.
Also, this, yeah,
It's the old babushka from the gulag. What the fuck?
yeah, this is from the cantina scene.
Scum and villainy.
Yeah. No comment here. Like, also, yeah, this creature is like, what is the Chewbacca's grandfather or father called?
What?
Yeah. His name was Ichi.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
where he's watching VR porn. I shit you not.
Because I thought it is like, oh, okay, the super. Well, first of all, his father for sure has some genetic disease. Have you seen his fucking underbite?
Speaking of genetic disease. Yes. Yeah, but this was the writer for the show.
Jesus fucking Christ! Look, it's his ass and his second chin are in the two different time zones, or even in an entire different postal code.
Yeah, that's a long cat.
There's like when he eats and he then goes to eat the shit. He needs to file every time he needs to file an import. What was it? An import, not paper. Fuck, an import form because it changed countries.
That's.
I should try to refine that joke. I tried to do it on the fly.
Oh well, that's good enough. By the way, he also had its animated segment. Not only did Han Solo sound like he was like falling asleep, but they even drew him with closed eyes all the time.
No, he was played by an Asian.
I think that the reason for this is that Harrison Ford didn't want to actually participate in this unless they drugged him up. So when he was drugged up, he was just. Have you ever talked to someone who was like on opiates? It's actually pretty how they sound like they are talking in their sleep, but they actually are kind of awake. So
if only. I just realized if for Star Wars, not the Last Jedi, Solo, the movie, I realized that if only the Han was it was still yeah, the underbite. That guy has a genetic disorder, that's for sure. But the what was it? If it was still Harrison Ford that played Han Solo in the Solo movie, it's like, okay, now he keeps crashing his fucking planes, and now even crashes ship while he's playing a character.
Yeah, crashing the starship with no survivors.
Hey, Jesus Christ, yeah, that.
Yeah, it's also...
Oh no, but really, Solo wasn't that bad, but still, it's like, oh, everyone dying, meh. Just seeing the Millennium Falcon getting utterly destroyed. That's the only thing I cringed at the movie. It's like, no, don't do it. I was about to cry. Oh, Jesus.
By the way, this is from the ending scene from the
They
yeah,
all,
from the
they all,
special, and yeah, they look like a fucking cult. They look
they all,
like this.
well, yeah, they're a cult that just been launched through the airlock and are dying in the vacuum of space.
No. It's like they
If
just
only.
no. It's a good kind of cult where they just get hammered on all sorts of drugs and tree balls.
Well, yeah,
They are in space.
well, yeah, the whole family is hairy as a 70s hippie.
Yeah, I thought you would say like a 70s porn star when they didn't shave.
Why not both?
Oh, Marin in the chat says Solo was adorable until Kessel. Total unnecessary and K range. Just screamed by K range, yo. It sounds like a rapper name. Yeah, K range with a new tool, yo. I don't listen to rap. I don't know how rappers sound. Well, that they sound like they're drugged up on coke because that's what they are. Also, by the way, speaking of, like, it's a real tangent, but let me talk about this. There was like a back when what's the name of the fucking website that went full SJW, but it used to be a comedy site. Oh yeah, correct. Well, they had this article about like documentaries that that it was like documentaries that people who were those documentaries were about tried to get banned for some reason. It was like a documentary about some rapper, don't remember which one. And he tried to get this documentary buried after it was released. Well, I understand why, because normal rappers do normal drugs, but this fucking retard was drinking cough syrup, the stuff that school children trip on because they can't get real drugs. Yeah, it's embarrassing. I would try to get this buried too if I was him, because that's fucking cringe. Come on, cough syrup. It's like 12 or something. Fucking hell. No, and this is the fucking 70s tape server room repurposed as a space computer room was worth the OTA. Yeah. Wait, you mean?
I mean,
Scissor. wait, was it like in the Solo, the 70s tape server room repurposed as space computer room? Actually, I actually didn't watch the Solo movie, but I know that in the original trilogy, they repurposed those scenes at the Death Star control scenes. Well, some of the scenes, like close-ups, were performed with the like television and camera control boards, because they kind of look futuristic. All those
probably
lit up buttons and levers to pan the cameras, and the wide shots were from the electric power plant control room, which kind of looked different, but given the lighting and the controls also were lighting up and flashing all colors, they kind of look futuristic. But by the way, I really doubt that in reality they would have such a poorly lit room for operators.
Yeah.
Kind of what?
Maybe the Empire doesn't care about the eye strain on their employees.
if you think about it, maybe for the eyes, it's not that bad to see like a dimly lit room. At least for me, especially like at the computer all night, playing video or something. That's why Discord and Steam, they have those like night mode where it's like all the colors are dark and the contrast isn't that high, so it's kind of easy on the eyes. But if you are operating such a huge, like the biggest weapon in the universe, maybe you should have it well lit, because if you are
or
button, who knows what else could happen.
Or even when you see the two guys in the sort of the firing chamber. Yeah, sure, they're not gonna get killed by the laser, but for sure, first of all, that laser is probably gonna either give them cancer, and there is no safety rails. This is certainly not up to code.
Oh, speaking of safety, well, they actually, there was a joke of which was like there were 3 Star Wars parodies from Family Guy, and was the first one where they, those 2 Imperial officers talk about the lack of safety rails. Would it kill them to install the safety rails?
Yeah,
they could just fall over. Yeah, that was kind of silly, but anyways.
Or even just put the tractor beam controls on the other side of the pass.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be the control. It was supposed to be the
probably power junction or something.
Control was somewhere in the some control center. Normal.
Yeah, I mean, but it is some sort of power coupling, which still has shit access.
Oh, this was supposed to be like a maintenance access where the levers you would only flip if you are like a maintenance crew and doing repairs or something. So it's not supposed to be operated normally. So it's kind of
they probably use also hover thingies, because I didn't see any rails to attach any safety equipment.
Oh no, it's the scene like in detail. So, to check it out again.
It's just like, oh yeah, trying to find this like safety regulation violation in fucking movies.
Oh, I actually found the scene. Let's take a look at this now. Turn off the sound. Let's see where. So it goes here. Oh yeah, there are no rails. What the hell? This really doesn't look safe at all, even by Imperial standards.
And also, those maintenance doesn't have any cover panels.
I guess that. Well, I suppose it was like the lowest bidder. They contracted someone. Even though the Empire has almost infinite resources, you still have to save pennies on stuff.
Yeah. They saved a shit ton of money on the training of the stormtroopers, especially on the in the firing range.
Yeah, if you think like logically about movies, a lot of stuff that just doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the lack of railings. It's weird. And again, a lot of stuff can be explained by gross incompetence. Like in real life, there's so much gross incompetence in real life. For example, there was this like a while back. There was a sea drilling rig to gather oil. Yeah, it exploded because there were so many blatant violations of the safety code and procedures. Like, for example, when there were 2 pumps, and so one is operational, another is like in reserve. So if one of them,
if it breaks
offline or breaks down, you can switch to a second one. And when one of the pumps is taken out, you're supposed to put this metal cover on the pipe and screw it on with bolts. And obviously, since obviously nobody should open the valve to this absent pump, because it's
yeah,
But well, just in case, well, it's supposed to be this cover. You have to bolt it on properly with a wrench. So if some idiot opens up and tries to put gas through this non-existent pump, nothing would happen because you screwed it on properly. But some retard managed to just finger tighten it because, well, who the fuck cares? Nobody is retarded enough to turn on the valve when the pump is taken out of operation. Yeah, well, guess what happened?
And someone proved them wrong.
Yeah, and because there was the pressure on its own wasn't enough to do anything special. It just leaked slowly through the through the slit because it wasn't tightened properly. And with time, there was enough gas to to have a big boom. And long story short, the whole rig exploded and burned down. It was a fucking shit show. And it wasn't just one violation. It was like a series of just really, really poor decisions on the part of the crew.
Gross negligence.
Yeah, like each one of them on its own wouldn't cause this much of damage, but
all of them together.
Altogether, it was a fucking shit show. And again, that's because
it's different. It's like, yeah, just getting shot one time won't do the same thing to you as a nuke. But if I shoot you enough times, probably nobody will make difference.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Also, I think that why this happened is because they were committing those violations for a long time. But since not a lot of violations happened at the same time, they all got away with this for a long time, and they just became so
slack.
Yeah, those regulations are there for a reason.
Yeah, every rule has a story behind it.
Yeah. Oh, the worst part is also some of the safety measures were not very well tested. For example, there was this between several compartments, there were walls made of material that was supposed to withstand extended fire. The problem was that they didn't test those walls for explosion. So even though the material was strong enough to not burn down, not melt, but the panels weren't connected to each other strong enough. So when there was explosion, it just blew the whole wall into pieces. It doesn't matter that the material didn't burn. The panels separated from each other. Yeah, they didn't burn. It was just the wall just blew into pieces. Yeah.
Wow.
Great safety there.
The fire made its way.
Yeah, after was this explosion of this leaked gas. Yeah, it blew open the wall, and the next room was full of oil containers. And guess what happened next?
Hooray!
Yeah.
Happy New Year!
Explosion. The oil wouldn't probably catch on fire, and at least part of the platform would survive.
Well, first of all those platforms need to. Well, maybe it had, but they do need to have at least a gas extinctor system.
Extinction. Yeah, there was a lot of
extinguisher. I was mixing French and English there.
Yeah, no, but yeah. The thing is, the time other things also went wrong. For example, yeah, the one of the pumps was taken down for maintenance, and for some reason the whoever did this didn't write this down in the journal. So the next shift, they didn't know that this pump was taken out of the circuit. And when the other pump started malfunctioning, they decided to switch to that pump that they thought was there, like in reserve, which it wasn't. And well, they opened the valve to it, and since the retard who took it down didn't bolt on the cover properly, the seal started leaking. Yeah, great job. Also, who the fuck designed the system where you can switch to the pump that isn't even there? How hard would it be to just have just one,
Yeah, a check circuit.
Yeah, it was like in the 80s, so this was obviously possible and not even that hard.
But you just need a circuit that just says, okay, this pump is ready, this pump is not.
Yeah. Also, it's easy to see that there is no pump when you try to open it, to turn it on, because there's no power consumption. So the valve shouldn't even be possible to open if there is no pump attached.
I think it's just the pump to the rest of the circuit because the oil from the wells are under pressure.
It wasn't the oil pump; it was the gas pump.
Oh, the gas. Jesus.
Because every time there's oil, it's almost always there's also gas.
Usually, I think, well, especially with gas, I think it's just to keep it pressurized in the system.
No,
that's why a pump would be needed.
No, that was the gas pump. Well, if it was oil pump, the oil on its own without the pump wouldn't even flow. But if there was even a pressure, oil wouldn't. Not much oil would leak from.
Also, any pump you don't want to start a pump empty because you're gonna break something.
Well, it depends on the pump.
It
gas
depends.
pumps it's liquid pump you need to prime, but gas pumps they would work because the gas pumps wouldn't be empty on Earth because there's always some atmospheric gas.
Well, there is the what was it? I did not a project. I had to present the water purification system of my town, and the pump that takes the water from the river is like, I'd say 2 to 3 kilometers from the tank, and it's the tank is uphill from it, like at least a good 40-50 meters. And they told me that the pump, at least the pipe to the reservoir, needs to be emptied if you need to restart the pump because there's just too much weight to it. The pump needs to pick up momentum before throwing it out to the reservoir.
Yeah, well, makes sense. Oh, it's a liquid pump.
When they have maintenance, they don't, well, not of the pump, but say of the conduit. They just they have a switch. They just throw back the water into the river, just so they don't stop the pump.
Oh well, makes sense. Anyways, look, notice how we managed to just not even talk about the topics at hand, like at all today.
What topic?
Well, the topics is supposed to be like the retrospective of the year, like the year in review.
Yeah,
we are talking about pumps.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, well, yeah. Let's speak on the year. Also, since any topics you want to mention specifically, like what was the most memorable for this year to you? Like, especially like the dumbest thing you might remember from this year. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we're all the two of us are here.
I thought you were asking the viewers.
Oh, if your viewers want to mention something for us.
Because I truly don't have any idea.
Wait, what was the Last Jedi this year or at the end of the previous year? When was the premiere?
Last Jedi. No, it was this year, definitely. Let me watch. Let's
actually check it.
Last Jedi.
Oh, it was actually the premiere was December 9th, 2017. So it was like the very end of the previous year.
In Canada, it was the 15th.
No, still, well, you can say it's still. Most rants and negative reviews came from in the beginning of this year.
Jesus Christ, that fucking movie. I think I watched it in January with one of my friends. No, with my parents. Holy shit.
Oh, speaking of, actually, recently there was this. Can you believe that the shill media is still defending it to this day? Let me see. So yeah, there's this article called "The Last Jedi was great."
No. It
was like it's an article
just like when they talk about America. No, it was not great. It's not great. It's not.
Well, it's great if you want to a movie that how not to make a sequel.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
It's like, oh, remember this quote: "Failure is the greatest teacher."
Jesus Christ. Those people must be galaxy brains by now, like outclassing Einstein by the cube.
Oh yeah. Well,
They have absorbed the encyclopedia Britannica, not Dramatica.
oh no! Given how cringy the movie was, I think they encompassed the Encyclopedia Dramatica.
They maybe. I'm so used to it. I almost said Dramatica, which reminds me, I need to do. You probably need to teach me a bit how to make voice effects, if you know how.
Well, depends on what kind of effects.
Well, just making it sound like an old like 60s or even 50s microphone.
Oh, well, it's pretty easy. Just
Yeah, I don't know how to do it because I want to redo the ads of the Encyclopedia Britannica for the Encyclopedia Dramatica.
well, usually there's like some presets for Audacity. Like for example, one of the presets is like old radio, and then this would probably do because old microphones didn't have the good like low frequency response, so it shows the especially on the radio it was kind of deliberate. So you want the voice to penetrate
Far.
Especially on AM radio, and all like equipment wasn't all that great in the beginning. So the microphone, well, it kind of they deliberately have this band pass frequency, so it's kind of filtered out all the low frequencies and some of the high frequencies. So it kind of it sounded really harsh and kind of weird. But those frequencies were the ones that were more likely to actually be heard over the noise and
the ambient noise.
yeah. So well, in AM radio, well, before FM was invented, AM it wasn't very clear. So, the audio quality wasn't great, especially if it's very noisy, because every noise on this frequency would add up to the sound.
Yeah.
And in FM, well, FM is much clearer because it's not all sounds would interfere with the frequency modulation, but with ambient modulation, literally anything on this frequency would interfere with it. And when there's like for example, thunderstorm, it produces noise on pretty much a very wide bandwidth of frequencies. So on whichever frequency you broadcast, if there's a thunderstorm, it will fuck with it no matter what. So again, that's why they had to make this voice sound harsher. Not just by cutting off frequencies, but also by applying let's say equalization. So it makes sense that it sounds harsh, but at least you can hear what it says.
Okay.
Anyway, so we want to see this retarded article because it's
sure.
It's gonna be good, It's
we're two, and we managed to derail maybe even more than usual.
Oh, it's hard to do the unusual. Well, you can't say that we derailed because we started our tangent before getting on a new topic.
Before the subject, the topic is the tangent.
And so this article is The Last Jedi was great, but still ruined Star Wars fandom. So it was great, but ruined the fandom.
The Last Jedi was shit, and it ruined Star Wars.
First of all,
and why the fuck? I'm just maybe it's just the camera or the way his eyes work. Why the fuck is his right? Well, from our side, the right eye looks more like a cat eye.
Well, I think it's just well. I think it's just a non-uniformity of the iris pigment.
Yeah.
So it makes it look like. Well, his eyes look like this meme. Just fuck my shit up, fam.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Hey, you wonder what kind of hair what kind of hair do you want? Just fuck my shit up, fam.
Yeah, like this.
But where the fuck does that just fuck my shit up, fam haircut comes from?
It's just some advertisement.
Is it really this one?
Yeah, I think this was the original one. Something.
Cosmetic dentistry. No fucking way. That guy looked like he has microcephaly.
The red eyes was added like on later iteration of the meme, but
Yeah, I know.
original.
But yeah, the head looks too small for the face. Somehow.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's, I think there's a. What the fuck? What?
Jesus Christ! That all that shit and the mullet, like all the worst things.
What? Okay. This time we derailed the top.
I don't know. It's like the mix of a hippie and a redneck.
The fuck is this?
That's fuck. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look, the guy has it's the Chad. Damn, the real Chad. Oh yeah, by the way, it's not it's an article, but it's just Trump is now fighting incels. He lifted up the ban, the travel ban on Chad.
What the hell? Okay, enough of this. Let's go back.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. Let me share the link. I have another participant. By the way, we were supposed to also have Broken Heart here, but well, you know how his internet is. Well, I guess it's internet or maybe.
I think it's family stuff.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, so we'll probably have the third participant right now. Hopefully. Cool. Anyways, first of all, if they want to say that the movie was great, why did they show this picture of Luke being really looking either miserable or after a coke bender?
Yeah.
Both? I know. Well, then again, if I had to star in this movie that destroyed my character, I would just,
and
all the no sugar I can fit in my nostrils.
Yeah, it's also pretty clear that he got pressured by by Disney to become positive about the movie, because at the start he was pretty negative about it.
Oh yeah, well, he was so like he was doing everything he could to tell people. It wasn't even subtle. It was like obviously just openly saying it.
Yeah.
How else? How would you even
He fundamentally disagreed with everything his character is, and yet it's like, oh no, it's great.
That's the best part. Was like, tell us about the movie. Compare how it's compared to other movies from the series. Well, it's obviously that's clearly the longest one. if that's what all you can say about the movie,
yes, it is
not very good.
Yes, it is, especially for a Star Wars movie. It's like they're already long, but it's like that's the movie. That's the longest movie I've ever watched. I was waiting for it to end.
Yeah, and also
from like the middle, it's like, how long is that fucking movie?
Yeah, well, it's not just because it was long, but because it was so tedious. And there's like subplots that go nowhere, and kind of delayed finale. This whole thing on the the Salt Planet, which is totally not Hoth.
Yeah, it's all the time. It's not. Well, and on top of it, they use the not 8080, but are clearly 8080s.
Well, there were some original 8080s plus the new improved ones. Like
Yeah.
trying to, you know,
Some people call them the gorilla walkers since the front legs were bigger.
it was actually an official name, gorilla walkers. I know they don't look like a gorilla. They look like, you know, camel that was abusing steroids.
Yeah, the Stewie Griffin
Hello there.
steroid camels.
Oh, hello there. General Kenobi?
Hey, it's Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, bitches? Some new Mahler vid dropped.
Oh yeah, I've seen it, by the way. It's great. Oh,
And you what?
I
more.
wasn't kidding when he said it was going to be a 14-hour fucking series.
Well, given the smaller, yes, it's. I'm sure that he had to. Oh, he said that he had to trim it down as much as he could, but again, oh.
Well, as we know, it's so dense. The Force Awakens. I mean, it's like you put an entire container of shit into a trash compactor. That stuff's gonna be tight.
Oh, hi there, Striker.
Hey,
Merry Fuckmas, motherfuckers. How's it hanging?
Oh,
Hey,
I see that the gang is assembled.
hey.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yeah, it just took us a little bit.
Yeah, I was afraid that there were only two of us trying to entertain our viewers, however few of them they are today. Well, again, who are the people who watch us have a social life?
yeah.
Well, the joke's on us because we are the ones here.
Well,
We're
apparently
pretty much entertaining a bunch of artists.
our viewers have more of a social life than us, so
Well,
there's that.
Nah, I doubt that. They're probably just drunk and maybe dead. I don't know.
Hey, life is overrated anyway.
They're probably drunk and or dead.
well,
I mean, yeah. I didn't stutter. You saying I stuttered, boy?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Life is fucking overrated.
yeah. Well, by the way,
Edgy McEdgelords over here.
Wait. If we tell hipsters that life is too mainstream, would they kill themselves?
Yes.
That depends.
We should check this. Oh, anyways.
Death is the new black.
Speaking of hipsters, by the way, do you think that they, whoever wrote this, Chris Agar, did it just not to be the contrarian for being a contrarian and to generate clicks? Because jokes is on him. I archived it, so you won't get clicks from us.
Well, the real question is, did he watch the fucking movie? Have we watched the same movie?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's go through it. Well, again, I actually know what this article is about, and trust me, it's as retarded as the title. It's actually more retarded than the title suggests.
Jesus Christ!
He actually believes
Well,
that it was great.
Here's the thing. If you want to see a really long-ass movie, go no further than watching Dances with Wolves. That movie's like 6 hours long.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. This is what I haven't actually watched it.
Or if you want to watch it longer, there's also Ben Hur.
I think Mahler's analysis of The Last Jedi, which was 3 hours, is more fun than the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the movie, Anti-SJW did a series on The Last Jedi. It amounts to 8 hours of. He went through the movie scene by scene. So
here's the thing I don't understand. We have these fucking idiots saying that you can't have a movie analysis longer than the film itself. It's like, bitch, movies take years to make.
Yeah.
So an analysis of a film is probably going to take at least the amount of time they edited it down to. That's fucking ridiculous.
First of all, if you've ever made a response video to anyone, usually the response is longer than the original. Because first of all, you have to show a part of the video that you respond to, then to respond to. So if you are going to be diligent and go through everything, unless the original was so... Well, sometimes the response is shorter because you only respond to part of it. For example, or you remove all the filler. But if you want to be diligent and respond to every point made in the video, then of course you'll show part of it that you're responding to, and then your response. So of course it will be longer. Almost usually kind of 2 times or 2.5 times longer than the original. You can edit it.
Unless you're quitting and then you make shit up.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you're going to be diligent and go through a movie, Again, if you are for example, sometimes you respond. It's not like analysis of movie, but you don't want to talk about some part of the movie that you didn't like. Yeah, it can be shorter. But if you want to go through all the movie, and especially if the movie was bad and there's a lot of stupid shit there, you can yeah, it's a stupid argument. That just because you are.
But Siskel and Ebert only did like a couple word responses. Yeah, have you ever read their written reviews and also consider the audience they're for? It's like they go through how many movies like through each of their fucking their original episodes. It's like, yeah, you have to be brief, and it's only a summary of like, did he like the movie or didn't he like the movie? Why did he not like the movie?
Yeah.
Would he recommend other people go see the movie?
And they didn't actually.
It's not even remotely the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't even go into spoilers. Didn't discuss the story. They just discussed it in general terms because spoiling the movie would kind of be antithetical to the to the idea that you recommend or not recommend. If you spoil the movie, people might not even want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of genre, especially if you have to go every week, go see movies and then talk about them. You can't. Yeah. You cannot just do a couple hour long reviews of each one. Also, to make a really long review, you have to probably have seen this movie several times, or even have a copy of it so you can reference it. Unless you are okay with getting things wrong, because memory is not very. Memory is fallible. Obviously.
No. I sometimes ask myself this. What would it be like to be that dog who watches Babe, the movie, the first Babe movie for 23 years?
Huh?
Would that dog even remember that shit?
I don't.
I like Babe. I didn't even realize it had a sequel until I was an adult, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
I've seen the sequel. Let me tell you something. It fucking sucks.
The sequel's fucked up. The sequel to The Babe is really fucked up.
So it was like a very low budget direct to video.
No, it was just fucked.
Dude, it came out in theaters back in the early 2000s. It was called Babe in the Big City.
Babe. Yeah, Babe, and Babe 2, Pig in the Big City. It was fucking weird. I rewatched Babe as an adult, and it still holds up. I mean, it's like a cutesy story. It's fine, but it was well told. And then there's Babe 2, and it's like, oh my god, what happened? Like, you go full Plinkett watching this shit.
This is considering the guy who made that movie is also the same guy responsible for Mad Max. Holy shit.
What?
Wait,
James Miller?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, George
Really?
Miller.
George Miller.
Did he make the original?
He made all the movies for Mad Max, and he also made Happy Feet.
Okay, but did he? No, but did he?
He made of Mad
Wait a
Max.
minute, wasn't
Happy Feet?
Wasn't Happy Feet? Wasn't Happy Feet also about global warming too?
Shit, I don't know. I know he directed it.
No, but so he didn't do the original Babe.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. You know what? That actually makes more sense because the original Babe had some dark elements to it, and I was like, yeah, I could see him doing that. Then why was the sequel so fucked then? It was creepy and everything that was supposed to be nice ended up being off-putting. It's weird.
I'm right back and now restart this computer. I think it froze on me.
Oops.
Damn. It was just this.
Right
back.
All right.
Anyway, so let's go through this article because this is going to be good. Well, I know I actually know what the article is about, and it's bad, as you can imagine. Anyway, so this is very shilling that they didn't. They also didn't even pretend not to be a shill. It's so blatant. Ugh. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is a great film. Well, sure it is. Yeah. But it still ended up ruining the franchise's fandom. Gee, maybe how it was a great film, but it ruined the franchise's fandom. Gee, maybe it wasn't so great after all. No, it's because am I out of touch? Not. It's a fandom that is wrong.
Yeah.
As difficult as it may
Out of touch? No, it's the children that are wrong because only man children like this franchise. Also, give us your money, man children. I do not foresee how this business strategy will put us in the hole. Oh wait, our last movie made no money. Oh shit.
Remember what was the name of this retard who said, "Oh, it's a movie about space wizards for children."
Yeah, that this idiot is paid to see like 6 times. Great job, you fucking child.
It's made for children. I didn't know that dismembering and burning alive was content for children.
What about the fucking Lord of the Rings series? It's literal wizards. Is that also for children? You goody man-beard fuck.
Yeah. Also, let's not forget that just because something is for children, let's imagine that Star Wars was for children. Children's movie.
Oh, you know what else is it? You know what else is for children? Watership Down.
Oh fuck!
That actually was it PG or was it G?
I think it was actually rated PG.
That's
back in the day.
At the time where parental guidance actually meant something.
Yeah.
Wasn't that this Bakshi's film about the elves and Nazis and the post-apocalyptic shit?
Wizard.
Yeah, the Wizard. Yeah, wasn't this?
Yeah, Wizard.
I think it was PG.
Yeah, it was PG, and there's people getting fucking.
And then there's rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah, and there's rock and roll, which wasn't nearly as.
They killed Fritz.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say was it rated. Wait, it doesn't say rating. Right.
You'd have to go to the film. Go to in other media, and then it'll say film. It should.
Not
IMDb.
For other, yeah. Yep, there it is.
Film. Yeah, this
film.
Okay, what does it say? If it's what's the rating?
I don't know.
Should say in reception or some shit.
Rated. Oh well, rated PG.
Yep.
Only rated PG to the violent scenes. Man, they were wiling back then.
The BBF has the film with a U certificate, suitable for all age. Basically, U is probably universal.
It was rated G in the UK.
Yep. Back when
that's amazing.
Back when you didn't need the UK, you didn't need UK to spell cock. It was rated U. Just like it's Watership Down.
I like this. While the film may move children emotionally during the film's duration, it could not seriously trouble them once the spell of the story is broken. And the U certificate was therefore quite a problem.
That's a good line of reasoning, though. And nowadays, kids see other kids getting raped in the fucking street in the UK, and it's like, oh no,
it's
we have to sanitize your. Yeah, seriously, it's actually fucked up.
Parts and parcel of living in a big city. Fucking Sadiq Khan.
Anyways, let's get back to this. As difficult as it may to believe, a year now has passed since Rian Johnson's installment in the Skywalker saga opened in theaters. Continuing the story established in the record-breaking The Fart Awakens, many viewers were excited to see how the narrative would continue. Well, before they were excited before they saw it.
Yeah.
And this is, by the way, this is the dumbest part about this article is this stupid, not the conspiracy theory, it's a stupid theory that the reason people hated it is because of all the fan theories that turned out.
Wow, man.
I think that whoever, you know where this, I think, originated, this idea.
You didn't like it because your logical fan theory that Luke would actually not be a piece of shit in the next movie would come true. That means it's good. No, it means you filmed a fucking rough draft, you bald-headed asshole, you round-headed asshole.
By the way, I think this originated from this film theorist, the same faggots who make a game theory.
Yeah.
And
oh my god,
the film theory, how fan theories ruined Last Jedi. No, You know, I think that
How?
would be a more
How would they have time to ruin it? He only made one draft.
No. The idea is that people hated the movie because
They had too high expectations.
None of them came true. Well, people wouldn't be as upset
Yeah,
if it wasn't shit. Well, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, and also the fact that the movie may or may not have been literal plagiarism of a fan or a fanfic.
What,
Yeah,
really?
A good fanfic.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, seriously. Apparently,
didn't know.
like, huge sections of the movie are actually lifted off of someone's fanfic. It's actually ridiculous.
And yeah,
But
about that.
Wow,
What
Ryan
happened?
is incapable of writing his own material. What a shocker.
everybody knows this, but AMD is
Well,
fucking
it would
trash.
explain why he wrote it in one draft if he was just Control Ving the whole thing.
But did he really do only one draft?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
He admits that 90% of the movie was completed before they asked him.
Also, by the way, Apex, you were saying something about AMD?
Yeah, AMD is fucking trash. You already know this.
Yeah, I used to have a Radeon card a while back, and that's why I stick to NVIDIA.
I've never had any problems with AMD, but all right.
Dude, it's been making my computer crash at least 5 times a day.
AMD has a very high
maybe
tendency to heat up, so you need a very good cooling.
I already did that.
Maybe. I've never had any problems with that. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. These street shooters don't do a good job in computers, let alone anything else other than shitting on the fucking street. Thanks a lot, India.
Oh.
Go ahead.
You got your computer from fucking India?
No. AMD, well, the guy who runs AMD is Indian, so...
Okay. So I guess your house isn't... It's all designed to run a house made of dung, is what you're saying?
So, you can say just fuck T-Series.
Oh, yeah.
If you say
right.
fuck T-Series, the computer gets progressively slower as punishment.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? I would
It does that already.
Fuck T-Series. Like a million times. Fuck T-Series. Fuck India. Fuck those damn street shooting assholes. Honestly. Superpower by 20, 30 my ass. All right, guys, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's okay, let the shilling begin, because this is okay. Spending 2 years formulating their own theories about what the future held for Rey, Kylo Ren, Luke Skywalker, and others, few would have predicted what Johnson had in store, for better or worse. Yeah, few have predicted that the reality was so shit.
For better or worse. So he admits that the story is bad. Amazing.
Oh, he says that the unpredictable, he's not sure if the unpredictable nature of the the movie, the plot, is for better or worse. Well, it's obviously for worse. People were expecting to see a good movie, but the expectations were subverted.
People were expecting the fucking tease about whether or not Rey was a fucking Skywalker or Han's kid or what. Even though the movie itself kind of leaned towards that, but then again, it's Abrams. He doesn't know how to finish a story.
Yeah, a unpredictable plot is good for a one-off movie, not for a sequel.
Because
the only things he's finished were like Alias and Lost, and I think they both ended terribly. Lost especially.
Oh.
I never watched Lost.
I never cared about live action for the most part.
Basically,
the
name of the series is Lost, and the ending just became Loss.
By
the way, they actually made a game tie into the show. It was called Lost the Game. I think it's a terrible name.
I think they understood the joke and just went with it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I just realized, fuck you. You made me lose.
You lost the game. What if we all lost it? Hard to believe this is a real thing.
It's been so long.
Oh, we kind of lost the game.
What's the object of the game? Keeping Jorge fucking fat through how many seasons?
The game is no. Here's the thing: you play it once and then you don't think of it again. It's exactly like the game. You lose it by thinking of it.
Yeah, the only way to win is not to play.
So that's how J.J. Abrams directs all of his projects. He just doesn't think about it. That would explain so much.
Yeah, and then when he thinks about it, he just lost the plot.
You know, there was going to be a sequel.
Can't lose a plot if you never had one to begin with. Points ahead.
Dude, there was actually going to be a sequel to Lost. It was going to be called Lost, and it was going to be in a fucking hospital.
Oh,
If it
God.
If it was absolute shit, now there would be 2 ways to use the meme. Is this loss?
No, it should be like the sequel should be called a Lost Star. Or Lost Year.
Ooh, no, that's the porn version.
Actually, I can imagine the porn version of this movie.
I'm pretty sure there is a porn version of Lost, and it's just called Lust. I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. Because I don't believe that.
I was gonna say there's already like a shit ton of porn of The Last Jedi. I almost lost track for a sec.
What? Really? There was porn pirates of Last Jedi.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
Well, it's we already know it.
Lots of Ray getting pounded in every orifice.
Oh, you mean the Rule 34? I thought someone actually made the movie.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's
the porn
already
version
been
would actually
made.
be
That
better.
was made like half a year ago.
The
Yeah.
porn version would actually be better than the real movie.
Stop. I need to know something. Is there a Rule 34 picture involving Jar Jar and Ray?
Hold on.
Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
I know those are cursed.
I mean, come on.
It's the
I mean,
internet.
come on. It's like the 2 worst characters, except Jar Jar actually had potential in the Phantom Menace, but we already know that.
Gentlemen.
At least Jar Jar has a theory and an original plan to make it palatable.
Gentlemen, there is Rule 34.
And then Lucas got cold feet and ruined the second fucking prequel movie. Great job, buddy. Which is what happens when you rewrite something at the last minute because you are a spineless twit.
Well,
I
see.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let's get back to the article because I actually searched for. I couldn't find any Rule 34 involving those 2 characters, but I found some other.
Oh no, there is. I've seen it.
Don't show it. Don't show it. We don't want you terminated.
I don't want to. I'm just saying there definitely is. You'll probably have to use Google image search because DuckDuckGo is still not that great at images.
Well, I Google image search and I found some unrelated shit, but none.
All I'm seeing is Ray and Rose Tico, but no.
Oh, maybe that's what I saw.
I'm still looking
What is it,
around.
Jar Jar and Rose?
Yes. I'm checking if there's porn of us too.
Okay, yeah, then that's probably what I saw. That it was probably those 2 and not Ray. Never mind.
That's not a porn one, but it would still be better. It would still be better. It's in the Discord.
Yeah, I found this one.
Well,
anyway,
I found a cursed image.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
He told me enough. He told me you killed me. No, Ray. We saw your father.
Oh shit! That would explain a lot.
That really would.
Okay, this one is a good one.
But who's the mother? Oh my god. Ooh.
Lisa create the Galactic Empire. You a dumb bitch.
Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the galaxy? Oh!
We will never finish this fucking article. So apparently we won't actually even do what we're supposed to do. We won't reminisce about the year. Let's go through this article because it's bad.
I'm sorry, we're reminiscing about shitty characters from better films. Excuse us.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go through it. Debates about the director's bold and ambitious creative choices. Yeah, stunning and brave.
Well, throwing such a shit movie in the cinemas is stunningly brave.
Yeah, it says, rage on to this day, with many feeling they either necessarily move the series forward. Yeah, many. How many is many? Because there are some people who say this, but those are like they're very, very, very little minority, like tiny minority, in exciting ways. Oh, Brooks the chat says, Jar Jar being more interesting than Rey. Imagine that.
A super tiny minority, like 11% of the reviewers making 53% of the bad reviews.
Rumor has it that the only thing that can kill Rose Tico is Agent Orange.
That would certainly sanitize this movie for good.
Yeah, because Vietnamese.
I want to imitate. I want to imitate Keemstar's fucking Asian racist bullshit right now, just to make fun of her, but I don't remember what all he said.
I don't know what he said either, so.
He said shit like Chiggy Chang, Charlie Chang, Chaka Choka Chaka. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Keemstar said.
Really?
Yes!
Wow.
God, where's that picture?
I mean, it's Keemstar. What to expect?
No.
Oh my god! Now I just thought of the meme. You put Keemstar in the sort of speeder at the end of The Last Jedi, and when Rose smash into him, he screams and then yells the "fucking whore!"
Fucking nigger!
No! The
No,
gnome was supposed to sacrifice itself, not get saved by the other gnome.
Everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid nigger.
They managed to fuck up such a scene that could have become somewhat sentimental.
Yeah, that would have been legitimately nice. Finn would go out like a bitch, just as he was programmed to.
Or even better, he survives and becomes a new Darth Vader.
You get what you want. Damn, bro.
Kylo just reassembles him like the Emperor did, and he becomes a new the Darth Vader.
I'm gonna take your mom on a hot date, and she's gonna have a good time. Oh no, wait, wrong James Earl Jones character.
Well, anyways, let's continue with this article. Or kill the movies by blatantly disregarding what came before. Well, I mean, you can't say he blatantly disregarded because he plucked out plot points from all over the trilogy. Mostly Empire Strikes Back, but also from Return of the Jedi. The whole movie was recycled, but like in a not incoherent way, because those scenes plucked out the original context didn't make much sense.
The only way they could have made the movie even worse was to add midichlorians.
Oh, trust me, there are always ways to make it worse. But it shouldn't be like a challenge.
But as usual, it should have been the same director for all three movies.
Or at least they should have at least have some like vision for the whole trilogy and not just make shit up as they go along. Because without at least Lucas had the vision for the whole. He changed it on the go quite quite a bit, but still you get the
An idea.
yeah. And some ideas actually date back for a long time. Like, for example, those midichlorians, those were in the original draft from the very beginning. Believe it or not.
Should have used something better. Well, as the explanation, it should have just been an indicator. Just like, oh, the midichlorians sort of group up on living things that are closer to the Force.
I might be in the minority, but I don't think that midichlorians are such a bad idea. I don't get the hate.
Well, they needed it's weird. They needed an indicator, but they use it a bit badly.
Well, at least it didn't have like those midichlorian injections like what was it called, those plasmids in fuck, what's the name? Well, I'm working hard right now.
Almost said Fallout. No,
fuck, what's the name of the game?
BioShock.
Yeah, BioShock. Yeah, fucking hell. I'm blaming my derpiness on this article because this article is stupid and its stupidity is
For some reason, I had Fallout in mind, but no.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's go back to this. Okay, based on the Last Jedi critical reception, well, critical reception ain't much, worth because, well, critics always, if you have like those representation and SJW talking points, critics will praise it. But critical reception, it's like the part of the same lying mainstream media, like Lugan Press. So who the fuck cares about the critical reception? Oh, 1.3 billion box office gross. Well, guess what? The Phantom Menace grossed even more. So is it a good movie now?
Shit! It grossed more even without inflation. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yep. You may look at the press.
With Star Wars, people.
Ooh.
It's riding on its own name. This is
also, and since there's such a big fan following, hardcore fans would flock to the theater at the premiere, so they would watch it no matter how bad it was because they, nobody even knows how bad it is before. The reviews cannot come out before the premiere because people who watched it beforehand, most of them were, they had to sign NDAs anyways, like not NDAs, but
review embargoes.
Yeah, so they.
And the other. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, and what did the Phantom Menace give? A bunch of kick-ass games. How many kick-ass games did Return of the Jedi Last Jedi give us? None. Zero.
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
Epic failure.
Did they make a Lego Star Wars movie? A Lego Star Wars game? Those are usually
no.
Okay.
No, but I'm talking shit like Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Well, I don't even have to go any farther.
Yeah.
The Racer was actually pretty good.
I don't even have to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still one of the best racing games ever made.
The funniest part is, well,
the final level's kind of a fucking dick suck, but outside of that, it's great.
Yeah, but the funniest thing is,
which one, the pod racer one or the go-kart one?
The pod racing one. I think there's a version for cabinets, but it's like mostly the same game.
Oh, I think I seen it like when it was up, but
oh my god, Episode 1 Racer is so good. Get it on GOG. It's there now.
Yeah. I think it's either Midway or I think.
Oh yeah, Midway to the cabinet version. That was pretty cool.
Rest in peace, Midway. Rest in peace.
Anyway, but by the way, I mean, this game was actually a pretty obvious choice because the segment in the movie it features so many first-person angles from the racing, so it was kind of it looks like a video game. So this was an obvious choice, and it almost looks like a commercial for the game because this scene was so long and
oh my god, it was such a good game.
Dude, when I used to go to well, we used to use the hell out of that. Now that's what I call pod racing meme.
Now that's what I call shit posting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of cursed images, since we need to get over these two before moving on.
Which ones?
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, okay. Let me open those.
Ugh.
Oh God, why?
Oh, there's another one.
Why?
At least Jar Jar was useful.
Yeah.
He
At
was
least
useful.
Jar
in the
Jar
battle.
brought about the Galactic Empire. What did Rose do? Utterly fail at everything in life.
Well, she caused the stampede.
Please, I love.
What made Rose?
honey. We
What made,
a long time.
what made Rose relatable? Apparently, her sister died. That's it. She. It's not even like, oh yeah, something happened to her. No, her sister died. At least Luke had
Much hotter sister.
at least Luke had the decency of having both his parents figure die.
He didn't do anything for that. He had the decency. He didn't do jack shit when it comes to the death. At least hopefully, because maybe he did. Maybe it's just like Uncle Owen on board. It was an inside job.
Yeah.
I'm having Luke's change flashbacks.
But yeah,
Well,
Luke,
I don't know. We didn't know what Vader said to Luke in the turbo lift. Like, son, if by the some remote chance you go apeshit against the Emperor, please do not try jumping or spinning. Neither of those are good tricks.
Mm. Oh my god.
Trust me, I have tried. They are not the ways to victory.
I just realized that, oh my god, they should. This is what Anakin thought when after
I think I just
Obi-Wan
invented a
told him,
robot
"Don't
chicken
try
sketch
this."
there, but all right.
He's just is like, don't try it. He's like, I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
And he grabs him by the shoulders and goes, "No, I don't care if you betray me. Do not spin. It is not a good trick."
Yeah. Also, Emperor has unlimited power. Anyways,
And the Emperor's just about to get up out of his chair. It's like, what is taking them so long in that elevator?
don't ask those who draw Rule 34, because the degeneracy.
Oh, God.
Those.
That's a lot of the.
Oh God, yeah, I just realized that. Yeah.
The degeneracy is strong with this one.
What is taking them so long? It's been almost 3 minutes. The elevator only takes 30 seconds.
Well, it's a Mass Effect. No, it was a Mass Effect elevator. From the first one.
Oh shit! We hired those people. God damn it!
Well, after the first Death Star blew up, they had to cut costs and go with the lowest bidder.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I found out. I think I found out a way to make Rose Tico a lot more, actually relatable.
I liked the coffee machines in the previous Death Star.
Nick, hear me out here.
The latte machines in this one are fucked.
We should have turned her into a Vietnamese space hooker.
By the way, I need to put
Misa Saki Fucky $5.
I need to put the chat on the screen because there's some good stuff in the chat. I want everyone to see it.
Oh my god, Finn is gonna
we
love
need these hot takes. Come on.
Rose's corpse a long time.
So, for some reason, it doesn't show the latest chat entries. But the latest one. My kids are
Star Wars Mad Lib plot.
I'm reading the last one. My kids are allowed once a day to watch the Christmas tree of my neighbors through the window. After that, Santa comes and bam, a slap. Oh, that's tough.
The hell?
Huh?
This is how school shooters are born.
Yep. Truly.
Well, either that or being rejected by Lauren Southern.
Yes.
Oh God. Let me say it like this.
Ooh. Ooh.
Santa,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Santa Claus is a fucking asshole. At least Krampus is an asshole, but at least he has motives. Chris is just a fucking asshole. He just leaves you cold and shit. Just goes around. I wouldn't be surprised if Santa Claus was a fucking crackhead, because how the hell is he gonna fit through those chimneys?
That's how he survives all the stuff he's used to have powder all the time in his nose all the time.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I mean by the White Christmas.
I'm pretty
White
sure
nationalism.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Rudolph has been snorting the good shit, if you know what I mean. Why do you think his nose is red?
Oh, by the way, what was this pop song from the past? Popular, real sugar. That's what I want. I want to be like. Who sang that? Oh, because it has a lot of potential for memeing, especially nose sugar. That's what I want. I want to snort. Or if you are into like,
Oh, that was from Grace.
Grease. Well, also
wait a minute, or no? There's a metal. Well, there's two songs it could be. Yeah.
That doesn't matter. Let's get back to the article.
Veructor Mongo. Sorry, dude. You had you missed. You fucked up your name. You had an epic way to name yourself Veructor Mongol, but you didn't.
Oh, you said. Well, you mentioned it.
You fucked my face.
I had to do this. I have been slacking on the obnoxious sound effect part lately, so I need to.
You needed to cut that so it just says "you fucked up."
You fucked up. Speaking of fucking up, let's go back to the article. And Kathleen Kennedy greenlighting a new Star Wars trilogy from Johnson. It's safe to say Lucasfilm like how things turned out with what ended up being polarizing film. Well, too bad fans didn't. But for all its merits, all very few of them, Episode 8 still broke the fandom through that isn't entirely the film's fault. Sure, yeah. The film didn't do nothing. It was a good boy. Sure. Last Jedi is a great Star Wars film. Yeah, if you say so. No. I would say just saying something doesn't make it true. Oh, that means true. Let's say because Chris Agar. Chris Agar is a livestock molester. Well, see, I can say unsupported bullshit as well. Still flying half a franchise. By the way, why is this not updating properly? Okay, let me try it again. Okay. Not updating. What the fuck is wrong with this? Come on, refresh. Oh, now it's fine. Yay! Finally. This YouTube chat HTML is kind of glitchy. Well, now it works. Okay, let's not touch it before we break it again. Blink twice as Disney has a gun to your head. Well, it's by the way, it's Chris Agar. Who the fuck is this? I don't know. Google for. It's probably
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Mark Hamill looks like he was fucking crying. Jesus.
Well, it's as I said before. It's like a fuck my shit up, fuck my shit up, spam.
Oh God, yeah, it is that face, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
One of the most common criticisms about The Force Awakens was that it felt very safe in some respects, aka not safe, more like a derivative. It was just a worse retelling of the New Hope. Yes, there were some risky decisions. Hinging the entire first act on the new cast of characters, limiting Luke's return to a single scene at the end. But it was quite...
Yeah, because that's the most inelegant way to do that. You couldn't have him interact with the new characters who were also trying to find him. You couldn't have him fucking reflect in the fact that his best friend and basically his brother-in-law is fucking dead. Nope, can't have him react to that. Have to cut that out of the film.
No, it's about Force Awakens right now. But
Oh,
okay, so but it was quite intentionally a soft reboot of A New Hope. Well, it's not a good idea.
well, no. The reason he wasn't in there is because the writers realized that the moment they introduced Luke into the film, no one gives a shit about the new characters because they didn't know how to write them interesting.
Yeah. Well, they introduced other old characters, but they kind of fucked them up too. Well, they kind of undid all the stuff that those old characters accomplished in the original trilogy.
Han becomes somehow more retarded than he ever was, amazingly, and Leia does nothing. Great job, guys. Like, Leia had the highest body count out of all the main or even secondary characters in the Star Wars original trilogy. It was insane. Like, she has like almost Rambo-tiered body counts if you actually follow along all three films.
And and she even has the fucked up face to.
Well, if you don't count the fact that Luke destroyed the station with all the personnel on it.
Wow.
Okay, fair enough. But like, we're talking like one-on-one kills.
Yeah.
Like, well, up close and personal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with a gun. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, in sort of comparison to one of the Overwatch characters, I don't play it, so I don't know which one to compare to. But yeah, to be hip with the kids, as if anyone plays it anymore.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, more people play Paladins these days because it's actually a better game at this. Yeah, it's actually a better game at this point because Blizzard can't stop fucking it up.
Nowadays, everyone is like, to be hip with the kids, you need to reference Fortnite because, well, because Trevor,
deathmatch, except terrible.
Current year guy, referenced it in YouTube Rewind, so it's hip and cool with the kids.
What the fuck is this?
Wait a minute, that fucking John Oliver actually referenced Fortnite in that video. I've not watched it.
He didn't reference it.
Yeah, he did.
The Fortnite dance.
Fluffing.
Oh God.
Oh
my God, he literally is like current year man. Jesus Christ.
Nick, he did that take the L dance.
Oh God. He needs to take the D and just fuck out of here.
Actually, let me actually find this video because by the way, Anna in the chat says, "Hi boys, do you talk about makeup?" Well, we can talk about how terrible the Luke's makeup in this holiday special was. Because there was some
whoosh.
Oh no! Luke looked extra fabulous. That's why fucking Ethan used him as his like opening for like quite a while.
Well, we can talk about the facials and how you can get one from us.
Oh, by the way, Bessie in the chat, wanna join the stream? Maybe today Google will be merciful and let you join. Because previous time, there were some problems with joining.
Just write to Google and say they're infringing on your womanly rights, and they'll give you like 10 gig internet.
Holy Shalom. How was your bar mitzvah? Did you already sell the product to the goyim? Oh, but by the way, didn't you know that Jews are perpetuating white supremacy? No, seriously. Let me open this article. I'm not making this up.
We're not a member of the Merchants Guild. Sorry, no, we're not Seth's backers. Sorry.
Women's Month leader. Yeah, Jews are white supremacists. You can't make this shit up.
Oh my God, this is great.
Let's actually
later
finish this fucking article because it's
see ya.
Oh, this is going to be good, and by good I mean bad.
By bad you mean amazing. Lay epic, as the children say.
Okay, let's see. Do you mind?
By children I mean Ben Shapiro because he's a midget.
Okay, this is epic.
God damn it, Nick!
I've been drinking just a little bit. It's fun.
Okay,
Dude.
I just wanted to show you this. It was memed to hell and back.
Do it.
Okay, like for example,
Are you fucking serious?
Every night, I can feel my leg and my arm, even my finger.
Oh no! Oh no!
I've lost.
Oh no!
Comrades I've lost. It's like they're all still there.
No, it was no meme because now it's like, well, 13 million dislikes or something, maybe more.
I'm gonna make them give back our past.
So it was meme to hell and back. Like I think I saw this one. No, not this one. It was like without any music, just the tapping of the feet. It was like several 10-hour.
Wait, they extracted the audio and it just got his foot tapping? Oh, that's great.
Just dubbed in some other foot tappings, but it was
Okay.
without
time.
music. It's actually really kind of funny in a creepy way. Let me in the history. The fuck. This history search is kind of weird. It doesn't actually find it.
It's your historic. You shouldn't find it that weird.
Anyway, so there's so it was memed to hell and back for a good reason. There are some weird things like I read Journal Lover's Wikipedia page while he does the Fortnite dance.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the thing with
Hello there, people. Seth here.
Yeah. Gone on you with the pick and roll. Young the flame, he in sicko mode.
And that's the dance.
that's the floss, and that's take the L.
The floss dance apparently had people injure their knees because they're not meant to bend sideways.
Oh god.
Well, yeah, you bend your hips, not your fucking knees. People
There we
are
go.
so fucking retarded.
Apparently,
People really that white that they can't pull off that move. One of the whitest fucking moves in the game, and they can't pull it off.
apparently.
Anyways, let's finish this article finally. It's our staple not to finish articles because we get sidetracked a lot. But come on, it's short. It's stupid but short. Okay, boom. First place result proved that approach worked. Oh yeah, the results proved that approach worked. Well, it took people a while to realize that Force Awakens was not a good movie, but at least it wasn't as shit as The Last Jedi. It was just it wasn't. Bleh. By the way, how eloquent I am today, right? It wasn't. It was meh. It wasn't. Bleh. This kind of intellectual commentary is why people watch us.
I will clip that and make that into a video. I will.
All right. Well, I gotta go wedge cucking tomorrow, so I'll see you guys later.
Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
Merry Christmas,
Yep.
nigga.
Okay.
Shalom, motherfuckers.
I only start working at 1 p.m., so I have time.
Yeah.
Well, at least you'll be here to finish this article with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Of course, I will.
The result proved the approach work. The people who loved The Force Awakens knew that next episode couldn't simply be an Empire Strikes Back redux. That's why they made it Empire Strikes Back plus The Return of the Jedi redux. Yeah, people wanted to see something new that pushed boundaries and broke new grounds. And boy, were they not! Were they disappointed? Okay, so let's see. The Last Jedi. Last Jedi is a reverse Phantom Menace. What?
Huh?
Oh, this is good. I'm not even clicking. This is going too stupid. I know it. Okay, The Last Jedi was certainly that. No. Well, maybe people pushed new boundaries and broke new ground. Well, maybe yeah, it's pushed boundaries of how shitty the movie can be. Yeah, that's yeah. While there were some noticeable parallels to the previous movies in the saga, aka pretty much every plot point. The Empire Strikes Back starts with the Empire attacking rebel outpost, and they have to evacuate. The Last Jedi starts with Resistance outpost being attacked by the First Order, and the Resistance has to evacuate. Yeah, just some parallels. Also,
we need to highlight how much the New Republic is chicken shit because they need to make a paramilitary group that isn't officially endorsed by them to fight the basically new empire.
well, that's the thing. It's they really fucked it up because they wanted to make it just like the original, the New Hope. So they just made these changes that don't make any fucking sense at all. Anyways, what was I?
We're going to talk about how the Jews are white supremacists according to these herd rats.
Well, let's finish this article first. We need to
Later
because this. Well, it's a lot of text actually. Let's go. Not at snail's pace. Let's jump. Johnson look to help the franchise evolve with a story that both honored the past and subverted many expectations. Viewers had going in. They really like NPCs. They repeat the same phrase. Oh, it subverted expectations. Oh, yeah, people expected a good movie, and their expectations were subverted as fuck.
Yes, I was in for a job interview, and I shot you in the face in a very
subversion. Yeah,
in a very subversive way.
Yeah. Way subversion. Okay, in many ways, it was a challenging film that strayed far from the confines of the typical blockbuster. Oh yeah, it was challenging to sit through.
It was mentally challenging.
It wasn't mentally challenged.
It was mentally challenging to watch that movie because it was made by mentally challenged people.
It was a movie about our protagonist dealing with the consequences of failure. Oh yeah, a failure of movie making.
No, a failure of genetics.
And the difficult choices they have to make in trying times. Oh yeah, well.
Should I even watch it just for the hell of it? I mean, if I haven't seen a movie this bad since The Happening.
Sure.
If this was funny. This is just sad.
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. The Happening was quite possibly one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Well, you haven't seen Birdemic. At least Happening was technically well made.
I mean, Birdemic. I gotta check. I'm not sure. I don't remember watching that one.
Birdemic is unique because it is bad in every single aspect. The story is bad. The dialogue is bad. The acting is bad.
It's not even original.
The sound is just fucking awful. And the special effects, it's the same way special as David Charette is special. That kind of special effects. Special effects, more like it.
Yeah, we need to talk. Go on the rails, my nigga. Go on the rails.
I like it how Luke died because it was an inclusive socialist tolerant death. Anyway, so where was I in the It was a movie about our protagonist dealing with failure, difficult choices they have to make in trying times. It was a movie that returned Star Wars to its roots by shedding the franchise's over reliance on all important bloodlines.
No, shredding.
Even though Luke Skywalker was the center of the movie. Yeah, they shed this reliance on all important bloodlines. And told the audience a hero could come from anywhere. Yeah, because apparently this is a new thing. It's not like Luke Skywalker came from, well, technically he didn't come from anywhere, but anyways, the thing is... my head is hurting before this stupidity. Even if they were born to two junk traders who sold their child off for drinking money. Okay, so how is this, original oriented? Okay, anyways, yeah. The Last Jedi also smartly subverted expectations.
No.
Smartly subverted expectations. With this fucking, the same wording, subvert expectations, with some ingenious twists, like the Snoke death. It wasn't ingenious, it was stupid. And also it fucked up the sequel, because now you don't have a proper villain. That pushed the narrative forward in a way where anything can happen.
A good subversion would have been Rey joining Kylo.
Yeah. Actually, that would make much more sense, because she already acted like she's a Sith. She's overly emotional. You know how Jedi, the power of Jedi comes from meticulous training and discipline, but Sith, they use their emotion, and that's how they get it easier. And look at Rey. She has no discipline, no training. She just uses her emotions and gets everything done. She's a Sith. If it turned out that she was the Sith, and that would be a good subversion.
The Jedi Order would kill her on the spot for being such in touch with the dark side.
Well, she actually went to the dark side butthole on this planet.
Oh yeah, for fuck's sake.
I want to know what group of Kyla is smoking, because Jesus Christ, how is the new She-Ra better than Terminator?
Well, I mean, maybe it's like it's worse than the latest Terminator was the Terminator Genesis. So yeah, new She-Ra is probably better than that.
Terminator hasn't been good since Judgment Day. Rise of the Machines was where it went downhill.
Well, I like the fourth one actually. Anyways, all right. Now let's continue. Shit. Last Jedi is smartly subverted. Well, anything can happen in Episode 9. Well, anything that doesn't involve Snoke, right? So it's kind of limiting, actually. Johnson didn't entirely wipe the slate clean, but J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio have numerous possibilities at their fingertips. They have to use a lot of imagination to fix up all this shit. Like, they literally didn't entirely wipe the slate clean, but kind of destroyed all the setups that were, set in the Fart Awakens.
Destroy the past, kill it if you let the past die, kill it if you need to.
Yeah, let the Phantom die, kill it if you need to. More like it. It should be noted that Last Jedi isn't a great film. Oh yeah, well, that's the only true quote, only if taken out of context. It should be noted that Last Jedi isn't a great film. Too bad in context it's not saying that. For the simple reason that it was different. Yeah, it's not a great film for any reason. That's part of it, but The Last Jedi was also an incredible sequel to The Force Awakens. I like how he doesn't even go into details. Like, all vague. Oh, it was a great movie. Yeah, it was different. That's why it's great. And also, it's incredible. Yeah, just don't address any criticisms. Just use those vague, phrasing and fuck this. Justin took criticism. Fucking hell. I'm getting derpy and derpy the more into this article I get. Johnson took his responsibility seriously and built off what was introduced in Abrams' film. Oh yeah, built off by just ignoring all the plot threads that were set up and fucking up the rest. Cool. Okay, yeah, sure. Every character arc in The Last Jedi can be traced back to his predecessor. What character arc? Poe Dameron is the hotshot pilot in need for a lesson in leadership. Oh yeah. So what did Poe learn in the movie? That you have to blindly obey authority and not think for yourself. Great lesson there. Perfect. You have to be a mindless drone, just like a droid. Yeah. Just follow orders. Just how after World War II was finished, how those NASA officers said, "Oh yeah, I just was following orders." Yeah. Great job there. If his commanding officer told him to massacre civilians or kill 8 guerrillan space Jews, the movie teaches that he should follow orders and not question anything. By the way, it's been a while since I mentioned space Jews in our live streams. We was space Jews. Anyways, Poe Dameron. Finn selfishly wants to fly off with Rey instead of aiding the resistance cause. No. He actually selflessly wants to, warn her that if she comes back, then she would be fucked by the First Order. So he actually did it selfishly. Yeah, I know it's kind of funny that, you know, where the white woman at. But no, he didn't even watch the movie properly. Instead of aiding the resistance cause, also he wanted to sacrifice himself after. Well, he actually had a arc in this movie. He wanted, in the end, he wanted to sacrifice himself for the cause, but someone prevented him from doing that. Remember who that was? The best character in the movie. Oh, female Shrek. Yeah. Rey and Kylo Ren are still trying to figure out their respective places in the universe and how that connects to their past.
Kylo pretty much knows.
Kylo didn't try to figure out anything. The fuck am I saying? Rey just it wasn't an arc because there was no resolution, no character growth, anything. And of course, the controversial Luke storyline is rooted deeply in Force Awakens concepts. Sure, why not? Luke intentionally removed himself from the fight during his friend's time of need. Yeah, it's pretty much fuck you and your struggle. I'm out of here. I'm too old. You know, I'm too lazy to do anything. I'll just drink green titty milk instead. You know, let the galaxy burn.
Yeah, he went from blue milk to the green one.
Yeah. Well, it never said it was
just
milk.
like a lightsaber.
Well, well, actually, was it ever said that it was milk and then or not just something blue?
No. The name of it is blue milk.
Oh, it was. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
I don't know from what it is, but it's blue milk.
Luke intentionally removed himself from a fight during his friend's time of need. The only good explanation for that would be he endured something horrifying and traumatic. Well, given that he wasn't even like all that much in the movie, he was there only in the last scene with no dialogue. So just they just interpreting the scenes from Fart Awakens using the Last Jedi as the context. Without that context, you don't know what happened. You know, he didn't explain it. The movie was vague on purpose, so you can interpret it the way you like. It doesn't matter. The only good explanation for that would be he didn't do it well. The only good explanation if your imagination isn't that good at to do.
Again, if a movie comes with absolutely no baggage, it's great. It's great to be able to interpret it like that, but
like his absolute failure of Ben Solo. Well, maybe if he didn't perv on him while he was sleeping with his lightsaber in his hand, looking like a typical uncle molester.
In that case, it should have been played by Kevin Spacey.
Oh shit! Yeah. If Luke gallantly picked up the sword as soon as Rey arrived, then his exile would have been exceptionally contrived and meaningless. Assuming it wasn't.
All right. By the way, speaking of Kevin Spacey, he was this week. He was accused of, or I think he was. He was guilty of something with sexual harassment in like 2012 or 16 or something recent, not 20 years ago.
Oh, so there's this interesting. Well, let's finish this article finally, and then. If Luke gallantly blah 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 blah, viewers needed to meet him at his lowest point in order for the payoff of sacrifice on Krayt to connect. Well, just because he just tossed his lightsaber, over the shoulder, it's not like it doesn't show that he's at his lowest.
I'd say if he was more desperate, he should have just dropped it. It would have been a bit more dramatic. Or even gave it back.
Or just dropped it. It could have been done better. Not just throwing over the shoulder.
The problem is they wanted to put too much comedy in it because fucking Disney.
Let's see, it's comedy that doesn't actually work properly. It's stupid. Anyways, okay, let's continue with this shit. Good explanation. Okay. In the aftermath of The Last Jedi, many accused Johnson of retconning numerous elements Abrams set up. Well, because that's what he did. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Well, if you say so. Besides Luke, Johnson also stayed true to the Fart Awakens dialogue about Rey's parentage. Wait. All the things, you just focus on this one. Remember, it's Maz Kanata who tells Rey that her family is never coming back and she needs to look ahead for the belonging she desperately desires. Well, it doesn't mean that her parents were like literal nobodies. Just, they are not coming back, maybe because they are dead. Oh?
Yeah, that's it. It should be just. It should have just meant that they're dead.
Oh, welcome to the show.
The broken cake was added to your key item.
Some interesting noise inside. But at least finally Google stopped oppressing women.
Yeah, there's that.
Beth, you get some sound from your side. And not your voice.
She's speaking like Bumblebee with the radio.
Yep.
Hey there.
What is this in the background?
Hey.
Hey now,
What is this?
Really?
Some other live stream or something?
Oh. It's one thing after another.
Okay, no, it's quiet. Okay.
Oh god.
Welcome to our show. What are you watching there? Seriously, Bethy.
The stream, and you guys need to be caught up. Like, encourage you. The best way is probably just to play it. So far, there's been nothing that's deliberately either. It's different. So you're not really missing out on much. It's just like
Dude.
references.
What is that?
That's the good part. You can play it. It's okay, but either way, like someone can be you in, but just
Well,
not feel like you're missing out.
it's a show.
Live stream or something. Bethy, also, you're not saying someone else's audio.
That's a puzzle. Is it a sequel? We don't know. It's just like it's not related, but not like it's not.
Oh god.
It seems to be a sequel. It does not seem to be a prequel, but it could be.
What's going on?
That is.
Because the Undertale backstory, if I remember correctly, was like
I'm here.
together that they fought in Monster Cage Underground. Yeah, so we're sort of.
What are you watching, dude?
At the end of one of the endings of Undertale, monsters are back on the surface. Well, in both of the monsters are back on the surface.
I'm comparing you to you.
In both of them, someone comes to intervene with the monsters, and either they get hauled up on the surface.
What happened?
Yeah, so it could
There's some
be a prequel, or it could be a
from your side, like
or it could be completely unrelated.
some people talking or something.
We're still discovering elements of the story.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but there's some background noise, like it's like the TV is running or something.
Yeah, I thought I closed it. I stopped the sound. It was a tab I had open of you guys.
Sound coming from your side.
Still?
Well, now.
Finally.
Well, no, it's just there.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange. Alright, I'll just head back onto the chat for now.
Oh, okay. That was interesting.
We forgive you.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be our show if things were running properly. So, yeah, that was weird. All right. Anyways, where was I? Forgot about this. Okay. Even disappointments surrounding Snoke's murder stem more from the plethora of fan theories about the Supreme Leader's backstory than anything that was concretely presented in The Force Awakens. No, disappointment was stemmed from the fact that he was just tossed away without explanation. It's not because their theories were proven false, but because the theories were proven false, and they didn't get anything in the
replacement.
Yeah, like it's just they never got anything in return. So at least if something else was given them, just something interesting. Just because your theory wasn't correct doesn't mean people would be more responsive, more receptive to the movie if the movie was good.
Yes,
And
definitely.
weird, anyways.
How the Last Jedi broke Star Wars fandom. Damn, this is a long ass article, dude.
Oh wait. Oops. What happened?
He died.
Oh, welcome back.
Shit. He didn't actually die.
No, I just reset it real quick. We all went a little. We got a little silent, aren't we? Then again, this article. Well, this article is pretty mind-numbing. I mean, okay. How the Last Jedi broke the Star Wars fandom. Oh wait,
It's almost over. Let's finish this.
All right. Oh, what the hell is this? Albaner NS. We Albanians will sexually assault you guys because we are strong. We Albanians insist on Nancy Pelosi as Conan the Barbarian.
What? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, this is coming from a country that has more stolen Mercedes than any other place per capita.
Okay, well, there's like a couple sentences left. Let's finish this article first.
Right.
Snoke was positioned as some sort of emperor surrogate, but there was nothing that said he had to be the sequel's trilogy big bad. Well, except that he was the big bad. How the fuck are you saying that he? There was nothing in The Force Awakens to say that he had to be the sequel's trilogy big bad. He was literally the big bad of the movie. What the fuck is this shit? It's okay. Killing him allowed Snoke to fulfill his true purpose, to the story anyway, of being a red herring and a stepping stone for Kylo Ren's journey. Yeah, well, just this is just really retroactively saying, oh, it was his true purpose. I bet that Jar Jar Abrams didn't mean him for this purpose. If Snoke were still in the picture, Episode 9 would almost have to be a Return of the Jedi Redux. No, it doesn't. How does this even logically follow? This makes no fucking sense. How it doesn't follow actually, like, at all. Where the all-powerful dark side user is thwarted. Well, it doesn't have to be just because there's a big evil overlord doesn't mean that it has to be like Return of the Jedi Redux. Guess what? There are a lot of movies where there's the big powerful bad guy. Not all of them are like repeat of the Return of the Jedi, because if you have competent writers, which is a big if given what kind of shit Disney has been producing. But if you have competent writers, you can make a good movie with this premise that it has nothing to do with nothing like the Last Jedi, the Return of the Jedi. This article is really destroying my brain. Yeah. But now Kylo Ren, the most interesting character in the modern films, is saying a lot about how bad other characters are. How Moral Teen is the most interesting character. Can have even more of the spotlight in an enhanced role. Oh yeah, just you only needed to fuck up the whole movie to make him put him in the spotlight. You see how this article makes no fucking sense because it's it says nothing. It's just yeah. Anyways, this article just fucking destroyed my brain. I'm derping hard. I need some coffee. Be right back. So entertain our viewers while I'm away. No.
Yeah. We're just checking something out real quick.
Right. Rachel Dolezal told people when she had to get away from the keyboard for a bit. Like, I'll be white black.
White black.
Yep.
Oh.
I just finished all the accessories. Now I'm onto the real Gundam.
Oh yeah, I saw the pics. How much did that set you back though?
The what?
The one what you got in the mail?
How much it cost?
Yeah, how much did it set you back?
$100.
Not bad actually.
It's 100 Canadian, so about I don't know 75, 80 US.
Is it Canadian? Wait, I'm not. Is it Canadian money like? Oh wait, you mean Canadian tire money?
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's not that bad.
I mean, let's be honest here. You guys still use Canadian dollars. You guys use Canadian tire money because it has a higher value.
No, actually, it's valued. The money is valued less than the US. Fuck's sake! Come on, why don't?
Let's see if I can.
I have to say the beam rifle for the unicorn is just fucking awesome. It's called the Beam Magnum.
The Beam Magnum.
Yep.
Looks like someone left.
Hmm?
We only have one watcher.
Oops.
Oh, it happens. Then again, articles like that will do anyone with their heads in.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have we been talking about that article? Like 1 hour or so?
At least.
Oh, what the fuck, dude! You wanna know what's the code name for the next generation Xbox?
What?
Anaconda.
Huh.
Anaconda. Of all the names.
Is Anaconda don't?
Anaconda don't.
What?
My Anaconda don't. What? No, unless it got buzz on it.
No, no. We know it's gonna cost a lot unless you got Mons, hun.
I will tell you this much. I won't even. I'm not gonna buy a new console after. I'm not gonna buy any more consoles, to be honest with you. So.
That's all right. Well, look, the one thing you need to know, especially me, the one thing that could potentially have made me bought a Xbox, the next generation Xbox, was Halo, and Halo Infinity is coming to PC. That's all. Yeah. That's all I need to know. That's all I'll ever need to know.
Yeah, of all things, they pretty much decided, yeah,
to kill the Xbox, the Xbox exclusivity.
and thank fuck for that.
Yeah. Up. There we go.
I mean, the only reason I used to buy an Xbox was because of Forza, and ever since Toyota decided to pull out the racing car genre,
Oh, they pulled off of their partnerships. Ah.
dude, except with Sony.
Oh.
Yeah, it ends up that if you want to drive the new Supra, you're gonna have to get yourself GT Sport, which is basically a fucking BMW.
Man, Toyota suck.
I own one. I can't. I feel, dude. It's even bad from my end. I own one. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this much. That motherfucker. Those motherfuckers that Toyota Japan and shit. I mean, what the hell was Akio Toyota thinking when he decided to pull the Porsche exclusivity bullshit like EA used to do back in the day?
I don't know.
Dude, let's be honest here. That shit doesn't really solve anything. And you know what was their excuse? They were saying that nobody was buying a Kazu. Well then, nobody is driving a Kazu in Japan. Dude, maybe it's the fact that most of them are either driving 660cc ship boxes, or the fact that the public transportation system is insane over there.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going towards the second one, but that's just me. It looks like I'm gonna have to get a new processor because this one. Here's the thing. This is a two-core processor from AMD, and honestly, I'm going with Intel the next time I buy it, or something similar. I honestly want to do.
But as I said, yeah, is the temperature okay? Because yeah, AMD has the reputation of being quite heat sensitive. No, it heats up easily.
It does.
It's heats up, yeah.
Yeah, the average temperature, from what I recall, it registered around 67 Celsius.
Okay, yeah.
67. Well, this is what Glebs told me. At least it isn't doing 100. But yeah, this thing is fucking ridiculous. Especially when I run multiple apps, like let's say Chrome, Steam, and Group at the same time. If I want to listen to some music, it crashes. Yeah. Really, nigga, it has to crash. Fucking hell, man.
Don't need. Okay.
But I'm back, so
black dabba dee dabba da dabba da dee dabba da.
Hey, we're just doing some ranting, some random ranting, because god damn it.
Jesus Christ, so many fucking runners.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to save up for a new processor and motherboard. That's my next plan, and maybe get a DDR4 card that's like 8 gigs for my nephew's computer. At least for now, because 4 gigabytes clearly don't do enough for me. For me, and I gotta set it up later on. So I'm guessing I'm going to I'm gonna be getting done some emulators so the kids can play some old school games and not play just fucking Fortnite. Some actual good games for once.
Well, anyways, remember what we wanted to No, we did it after the stream previous time, but remember we wanted to, discuss some really, really bad voice acting.
Oh yeah.
You kind of watched it off.
Jeez.
After the stream. It was, well,
yeah, it was ridiculous.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That fucking game. I mean, that alone needs the Mystery Science Theater 3000 treatment. Honestly, it's that bad.
Yeah, well, if voice acting wasn't bad enough on its own, the translation was almost worse in some aspects. It was like the perfect storm of shit. Yeah. Well, it's, doing it now probably isn't a good idea because we already saw all it has to offer. It wouldn't be as good the second time we do it. The reaction wouldn't be genuine.
Yeah.
And it's like should have saved it, but yeah, if you haven't, we might actually return to it on another stream, like on a regular stream, not this special. Well, then again, it suits the special better because the special kind of doesn't have any topic.
Let's see. Huh.
Oh.
You know, I was trying to edit a video, but dude. So since we got what do we do now? Do we talk about the article about how the Women's March organizers are anti-Semitic?
Yeah.
You know how the term feminazi is really, really appropriate this time.
Yeah.
Then again, what do you expect? They align themselves with Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter. They're like a lot of them are, like Islamic extremists. They're fans of Louis Farrakhan, and ironically enough, Louis Farrakhan is actually has a good relationship with the alt-right because they have the common enemy.
The Jews. Yeah, if the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But I think the best, the funniest thing that I've recently seen is, well, let me just show you. It's just fucking amazing how funny it is.
Yeah, to do with
to remove a fuck Nazi sign because it wasn't inclusive. Like peak social justice reached.
Yeah.
I bet that is fucking ironic. Of course, her last name is Parsons. I know a guy whose last name is Parsons. He's a fucking dickhead.
Would somebody please think of the Nazi?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the guys' daughters, honestly. Because he's a fucking progressive shithead.
This email tells me Miss University cares more about the feelings of Nazis than the safety of them.
What?
Nazi feelings matter.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, already.
Womp womp.
Well, it's official. We're gonna make the Fourth Reich right in college campuses.
The irony is that this college is like very, very SJW infested. It's like one of the worst ones. Well, maybe not the worst one, but one of the bad ones, from what I've heard. But then it's this is Nicole Parsons said she was fed up with the university's silence over a string of hate crimes on campus. Oh, yeah, by hate crimes, she means someone drew a swastika. Something tells me she might be the one who drew it, actually. And I'm guaranteeing and some SJW did it. It was not a Nazi. Because you know how it is. So far, pretty much all those hate crimes, so-called, turned out to be fake. when she put up a sign in her dorm window that read, "Fuck Nazis, you're not welcome here." How will Nazis ever recover? They thought that National Socialism was a socially acceptable belief, but seeing this, their eyes are open now. We thought that people loved Nazis, but it turns out that they don't. We'll come home, go home, and rethink our lives.
Well, guess what? What if she used another N-word? The reaction wouldn't have come nearly to be this mild.
I would love to see
a new N-word. Someone should have made this article. Fuck N-word, you are not welcome here. Part of the Junior University of Massachusetts Amherst. Amherst.
Oh, just Amherst.
Amherst. Told BuzzFeed News on Sunday that she decided to put up the sign after a swastika was drawn over a Happy Hanukkah sign on the resident assistant door. It's a false flag. Come on, obviously.
Or it's a really big, or it's just a shit post.
Yeah. First week of December. Well, maybe it was some Hindu who decided to show the swastika is a Hindu symbol. I thought maybe if I hang the sign up, maybe the person who drew the swastika will see it and see someone condemning their actions. Yeah, and they will stop being a Nazi.
In Cole Parsons, Massachusetts, it all comes together. That Parsons guy I told you about, yeah, he's from that fucking state. Massachusetts is fucking garbage.
The university's highly promoted initiative on campus is called "Hate Has No Home at UMass," aimed at rejecting all forms of bigotry and hatred. Well, if you say "fuck Nazis," it's bigotry and hatred, because bigotry. Well, let's see.
I do find that right is the best word that you can describe people from Massachusetts are massholes.
Good one. Look at this. Bigotry. Intolerance towards those who hold different opinions from oneself. So yeah, she's a bigot. Literally. Interjecting all forms of bigotry. As part of this initiative, the university has documented 19 hate crime incidents on campus since September. Oh, I'm sure all of them are real and none of them is blatantly fake. A swastika was drawn on Hanukkah sign. Okay, a swastika was carved onto a stall wall in the men's bathroom. Homophobic graffiti carved into a stall within the men's bathroom. A swastika was drawn. Okay, so if it's a men's bathroom, then obviously she wasn't the one who did it. A swastika was drawn on the pavement. A swastika was carved onto floor signage. Someone was just shitposting it. Come on. Existing posters on faculty door pertaining to LGBTQ and feminism were torn down. Anti-Semitic, homophobic, and transphobic message was found on a resident's dorm door. An existing poster denouncing racism was defaced with a racial epithet.
Shit posting.
Flyers and stickers from white nationalist hate group were posted across campus. Like, which one of them?
It's probably the "It's okay to be white."
Yeah, probably. An existing poster on the faculty office door was defaced with an Islamophobic note. Racist graffiti carved on the stall door in the men's bathroom. Racist.
Literally shit posting.
Racist nail dropped to fall during dinner. Anti-Semitic graffiti found in the library book. An existing poster featuring African American man was defaced. His image was targeted, and the posters were ripped. What does it mean? His image was targeted. An existing poster featuring an African American man was defaced. His image was torn off. Threatening racist graffiti was found on a bathroom mirror. Racist and anti-Semitic slurs were reported by students. Vandalized student office posters torn down and defaced. Image of President Obama cut out of large post. An existing. How is it a hate crime? I mean, maybe someone just didn't like President Obama. Doesn't mean it's like because of his race, but because he was literally a very shitty president. Well, not literally a shitty president, but he was a shitty president. An existing poster featuring an Asian man was defaced. His image was cut off. Well, Asian men are privileged, so check his privilege and stop oppressing poor minorities. Because Asians make other minorities look bad in comparison. Because since obviously. I got a message on GOG. Oh wait. Okay, it isn't.
Never. And it says it was an Asian man. Oh, okay. What was the Asian man that got cut out?
No.
Is his last name Is his last name Chung? And first name Ian Miles.
Ian Miles Chung, yeah.
It could be Miles Chung, or it could be Arthur Chu calling out the poster of himself because he's such a fucking asshole.
Responding to hate. Well, funny how they didn't mention this hateful sign about fuck off Nazis. Yeah, that's also a hate crime because they don't. Okay, well, let's.
But they're just our people.
Yeah, Nazi lives matter. The person said she didn't expect the university to take an issue with the sign. Well, she was wrong because it's bigotry. But a week after posting, they let her have it for an entire week. So, well, after posting the sign in her dorm room window, she received an email from a resident director asking her to remove the sign over issue of inclusion. This is a good one. Hello, Nicole. My name is Eddie Papazzoni, and I'm one of the residence directors at UMass. I'm Amherst, but I'm calling him Armrest. It's not like a fucking chair or something. And currently the RD on call for East Side. I have tried to contact you on your phone. Blah blah blah. Was able to leave a message. With it being said, I am emailing you today in regard to a phone call I received concerning a sign that is placed in your window. From this conversation, it appears to be that the sign mentioned can be paraphrased as Nazis are not welcome here. Though this sign is permitted under freedom of speech, I would also like to discuss the impact on the community that this sign has had. There are some in the community who have expressed that the sign should be taken down as it has created mixed emotions in the community on how to proceed. Issues of inclusion and the ability to make members of their The fuck? The fuck is this?
I can honestly say that Papazzoni is a member of the Italian Fascist Party.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. I already knew.
While residence education cannot force you or your roommate to take the sign down, I'm asking that you or your roommate take the sign down so all the students can be a part of the inclusive residential experience.
Fucking hell, dude.
I'm all social justice and shit.
Yo! Get the fuck out of here.
It's allowed. Nazis welcome. Yeah, they want to be a welcoming community, inclusive, including. See, well, if you are a Nazi, that's the university for you. Because they are so inclusive, they'll include you as well and cater to your feelings. Because don't be hard on Nazi feelings. They don't kick them while they're down. They're still suffering from the defeat they had in 45. So yeah. You should be more considerate of their feelings.
People are super conservative of the Jews, and their defeat was still in 45.
While resident education cannot force, it's a quote. I was in absolute shock, said Parsons. This email tells me that user cares more about the feelings of Nazis than the safety of the students.
What about the safety of their Nazi students? Hmm?
Yeah, I mean we gotta protect the Aryan race, you know.
Yeah. UMass Amherst, by the way, safety of the students. Just because you were told to remove the sign doesn't mean that your safety is at risk. Also, just because you had this sign doesn't mean that you were safer or anything. If anything, if you really believe there are Nazis like running around, then putting up this sign actually makes your makes you a target. So yeah, this who is I don't know who is dumber, that bitch or the university that says that they should be inclusive towards Nazis. Fucking hell, this is just...
I'm going with the bitch because damn. Oh god. This chick is like 10 levels of retarded.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is completely unrelated to the story, but apparently, if you go to GOG.com and search for Fallout, you'll see Fallout 3, Fallout 2, and Fallout New Vegas. But it doesn't show Fallout Tactics, even though it is there on the store. But if you search for Fallout Tactics, it will show up. So for some reason, if you search for Fallout, it doesn't show Fallout Tactics.
By the way, there was a super special. I don't know what website it was. Fallout 76 was at 76%.
Oh yeah, Fallout 76% off. That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, because it's missing 76% of a full game.
No, it has. Oh no, it actually has 76% of Fallout 4.
Oof.
You know what's even more fucked up than buying it? Renting it. As I learned when I checked out Redbox a couple of weeks ago. Who the fuck goes to Redbox to rent Fallout 76? Honestly.
How do you even rent it? Even though, well, isn't that the activation key is tied to your account or anything? No. How do you rent online game? It makes no sense.
And it doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't have a physical CD. It's basically cardboard with a code.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you rent it and then get yourself banned,
I think you can. There's a limit to the amount of times you can download it, if it's not once.
No, you can download it for real. But again, it's isn't that you have?
Yeah, but I mean the code is valid only a certain amount of times. If I remember well, maybe I'm confusing with another game.
I don't know. The renting, it makes no fucking sense. But yeah, but imagine if you're
did it ever
like the new gay eliminator. Attention, all queers.
Has this timeline ever made any fucking sense?
Yeah. After this inclusion towards Nazis. Oh, apparently they didn't. It's not because of the Nazi feelings. It's because of profanity. So they didn't phrase it properly. So they didn't like the word fuck. But the letter actually sounds like they were defending Nazi feelings.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Oh, you suck in social justice. This uses respects students' right to display the sign, and it may remain up. Well, yeah, after they actually got national attention for this. Yeah, too late. Parsons removed the sign because her roommate was concerned about the attention brought to their room. Parsons is moving off campus, a decision she made before the controversy over her fuck Nazi sign. So she decided to put this sign up before moving out. So, nah.
That's actually
she knew she was moving out.
Hazard to the next tenant
or the roommate. That would be like, I'm moving out. So yeah, you deal with the Nazis. This makes me glad the move is happening. I'm definitely going to hang it in my bedroom. I'm going to pick the sign for... Yeah, you know what? If you have to put the sign "fuck Nazis" in your bedroom, then maybe your choice of partners is not very good. Or maybe it's literally like "fuck Nazis" in your bedroom.
Maybe it's a prostitution service announcement for Nazis.
Well, imagine she just hooks up with some guy. He comes there and sees sign "fuck Nazis" in her bedroom. What the fuck would you think? This broke me. Oh, this is way too much. Oh, this is so bad. So fucking stupid. Okay, yeah.
Labs, can you play the video? I put it in our chat.
Okay, let me. And we might as well kind of wrap it up for today.
Yeah, I need to go to bed.
So, oops, wrong.
Still got time, so I go to bed really late, so I don't really care.
Okay, well, I got an idea of how we can ingratiate ourselves to them. Let's make one thing perfectly clear. I'm gonna say some words down here I haven't had the chance to say before.
Where are you going with this, Frank?
Gonna say homie.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna say bro.
Are you serious?
I'm gonna say my man.
Well, now you're just stereotyping.
I'm gonna say fuck show.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the N-word.
No. Stop.
Why?
Thank you. No. We're not saying that.
Why?
Absolutely
I'm
not.
black now. It's probably the only chance I got to say it.
Why are you looking for a chance to say it?
Well, a lot of black guys say it. Why should they get a pass?
It's just not the same, okay? You're not one of them.
Don't say them.
No, that's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
You're not one of us.
That's just confusing.
Now I'm getting lost.
We'll say "and" together.
Not saying the N-word.
We'll leave off the E.
Not saying it that way. And that is the end. Not saying the N-word.
What's up, my niggas?
Shit.
I think we probably should wrap it up for today, anyways.
Yeah.
Very much.
Bites. This was some somewhat bite-sized autism.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for anyone who watched this. Well, as I said, it was even less coherent than usual. But then again, nobody watches us for expecting meticulous planning and.
No, they don't.
Yeah, it's the raw force of the shit show that people are interested in. Anyways, see you next time. I guess the next will be next year.
Oh yeah. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
For
New
real.
Year.